Hello. Okay, if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here a while, then you know that I just took a break from posting. And I explained that I was going to be switching my focus. That, I was kind of like done doing what I had been doing. And I am ready to let you know what we're going to do next. So, if this appeals to you, I'm glad to have you. Thank you for being here. And I'm just kind of gonna preface it right now, and then we'll get to work tomorrow. Okay? So, first of all, it's Mercury retrograde right now when I'm starting this. Mercury has been retrograde for about 2 days. Some people say, oh, don't start something new on Mercury retrograde. And the reason they say that is because Mercury retrograde is really a time for review. And that's actually why Mercury retrograde is the perfect time for us to do this. Because what I'm going to be doing is alchemy readings. So, if you've followed my channel for a while, then you might know that I did some healing readings, some healing assistance readings a while back, like a few years ago. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Julie. And what I like to do is get down in there to the shadow and alchemize anything that is not truth. And that's what these readings are going to do. Basically, in life, we are always creating the situation we need in order to get our needs met. And so, just by virtue of that, a reading that we are attracted to can actually activate us. Or another word for that would be trigger us, right? So, I want you guys to know that what we're going to be stepping into is a time of allowing a reading to trigger us and going into it with the tools that we need to actually work through that and free ourselves from the misunderstandings or the stuck energy or the karmic loop, whatever it is that's been anchoring that into us. We're going to alchemize it. And we're going to do this on many topics. We're going to do this through readings. We're going to do this through everyday experiences. We're going to do this through examples that we see in life, on commercials and movies, like wherever we're drawn to look at something where there's no truth and we can add truth, we're going to bring the light in. We're just going to start shining light on everything that we can. So yeah, alchemy readings. And so besides being ready to be triggered, if, I'm not saying that that's the only way that this reading can serve you, but it could happen, right? You're going to want to be ready to do the work, right? To be ready to look at the thing and face it, right? Head on. So this is like, take responsibility for yourself and like let yourself go through the process of doing it. So that's a really important skill to have in order to utilize these readings. Also, have some water. If you're new to this process, it's going to be really important for you to have a safe space to do this in. And when I say safe space, I mean like the time, the privacy, the comfort level that you need in order to actually do the alchemy, to heal. Because healing does not happen when you're in chaos and uncomfortable and confused. And, it's like the trigger is going to be enough discomfort for you. You know what I mean? So make sure you're like got everything you need as far as comfort levels for your physical body and privacy if that's what you require, or support if that's what you require. But But it is up to you to take responsibility for yourself through this process. And as we do it a while, I think you'll just find that it gets easier and easier. And if you're adept at it, you can still utilize this, because we're just going to go into a bunch of different topics. So if you're here watching, we're asking for the most relevant messages to come through at the time. And I will label the readings with the topic that we end up looking at. So these are timeless. You use them when you want to, when you're drawn to them, when it's appropriate, when it's the thing in front of you, right? So that's important. It's like if you kind of looking at one and you're like not feeling it, not feeling the resonance with it, then don't try to make it fit, right? Use the ones that are resonant with you. I'm excited for this because it just kind of takes what I was doing to a different level, and it's new for me, and I like delving into kind of like new things. And it's also not new for me. It's kind of familiar for me, right? Because I've done a bit of it before. But we're going to do something different this time. And I'm not exactly sure exactly how it's going to go. I think you'll utilize different tools at different times for different things. So it's going to be really this like being in the flow state and going with what needs to be done. So yay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your interest. Let's get started. If you have a topic that you kind of want us to delve into, that you need alchemized, if you know you have a certain trigger or a habit or a limitation or something's holding you back, something's bothering you, feel free to comment it here and we can get started with that. Why not? Otherwise, I'm just going to maybe pull cards, or if I get inspired by something I see in my external world, I'll alchemize that with you here through a reading. So for now, we're just going to start this tomorrow. This is just sort of a quick intro to invite you, get you ready, maybe get you excited. And I know that it can be intimidating to think about just like doing shadow work. So I want to honor that for you as well, and just know that you don't have to be as excited about it as I am, Like there might be some tears to release, and there may be some emotions to move through, and they might be uncomfortable for a time. So that's completely normal, and it's okay, right? What we are going to do is promise that we won't hurt ourselves or anyone else. And that if we do need help, if we do feel like we are going to hurt ourselves or someone else, that we will promise and we will take responsibility for ourselves and get the help that we need by making a phone call to an authority that is prepared to help with that. Okay? So this is for anyone who's really ready to alchemize, to really free themselves from any of the limitations, the untruths that they may be limited by, things that they're not yet aware of that could be limiting them. We're just going to kind of get freedom reigning throughout everything we do. Freedom for you, freedom for you, freedom for me. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Because it feels good. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.